we're going to show you the beach towns from Emerald Isle all the way down to Atlantic Beach, and then the historic town of Beaufort. Welcome to the Crystal Coast of North Carolina, also known as the Southern Outer Banks. Today we are in Emerald Isle, and this is a small barrier island that stretches from Emerald Isle down to Atlantic Beach, and we're going to see how much of it we can see today. This is the Bogue Inlet Pier. Gosh, I hope I'm saying that right. B-O-G-U-E. It's not bougie, it's Bogue. I don't know. Anyway, this is a long fishing pier. You can walk out here for free if you're not fishing. If you do want to fish, you do have to buy a fishing license, which you can buy right here at the entrance of the pier. But before we walk all the way down the pier, look at this beach. Beautiful beaches right here on the Atlantic Ocean. It was rainy and yucky yesterday, and the weather is just now starting to clear up. We just hunkered down yesterday and did indoor activities, but today the beach is open. People are getting their spots early in the morning, and it's going to be a beautiful day. It is quite windy out here on this pier, but there's a lot of people fishing just on both sides. There's fishermen on both sides, so you can have up to 2 poles going at a time per fisherman, and they are definitely doing that. So I haven't seen anybody reeling a big fish yet, but we are watching for it. But what also is cool is that there are surfers on both sides of the pier. So you can see a paddle boarder like way off in the distance, and there's surfers right here.
I've been going up and down asking everybody if they're getting any bites. It's pretty slow out here today. Nobody's really catching anything, but I have been looking at everybody's rigs because, you know, I haven't really done any, and I keep saying this year after year, and I get busy and don't ever do it, but this is the year I'm going to do some saltwater fishing, man. I grew up around freshwater, and I can do that, but this I want to learn how to do. So I've been checking out everybody's rigs and seeing what I need to do. I know I'm probably overthinking it, but there's so many different setups that you can, how you can outfit your rid to catch certain fish. But
this is so cool. All the way at the end of the pier is this platform up in the sky. So you've really got, if you're not, because not everyone's here to fish. Some people just want to sightsee like we are. So we're just sitting here watching all the fishermen, watching the surfers, and then looking back at the beach and just seeing people after people along this beach. So since we were on the pier and it's lunchtime and it started raining a little bit, we came inside to get some lunch, and we got an Aloha burger, which we have cut in half and split between us, and some pillion shrimp. So one healthy option, one not so healthy option.
But at least we're splitting the not so healthy option.
Correct.
But, it just made sense to get the Aloha burger because when near a beach, you should put pineapple on your burger, right?
Right. So this is a burger patty, provolone cheese, pineapple, barbecue sauce, and bacon. So I put the bacon all on Jason's side.
Double bacon for me. We got a side of lettuce because I think I'm on a little bit of lettuce on mine. It does not come with lettuce.
Isn't that funny how Jason goes for the shrimp first and I go for the burger first?
Peel and eat shrimp. Butter, garlic, seasonings. They're very good. Peel and eat shrimp comes with some cocktail sauce and looks like some butter garlic. And we got really great staff around here. Keeping my tea filled up, y'all. Unsweet tea with lemon.
That pineapple and barbecue sauce and cheese is a great combination. The burger patty's a little dry, I'll be honest. The overall flavor is really, really good.
These definitely are not dry if you want to try one of those. At least it doesn't do a lot of shrimp. Oh, she went for the cocktail sauce.
That seasoning's really good.
I know, I knew she'd like that.
Open the butter.
I'll try the butter garlic.
Go for the butter over the cocktail sauce. That's delicious.
But lots of great seating outside. Each table, there's picnic tables. There's, I don't know, probably what, 2, 4, 6, 8, about eight of them. They all have big umbrellas, great views of the beach. A lot of surfers out. I thought the shrimp was fantastic. You really can't. They were cooked perfect.
Yep.
Boiled just right. Seasoned, flavored just great. The burger itself was good. It had great flavor, but the burger patty was a little bit thin. I wished it would have been a little bit thicker, and it was a little bit dry. But it was flavored well. The pineapple, the provolone cheese, and the barbecue sauce, and then the bacon, and then I put a leaf of lettuce on there, and it was very tasty.
Yeah.
But all in all, solid lunch.
Now it it's just time for a stroll along the beach here on Emerald Isle. There's a lot of people out playing today. We're not in our swim gear today because we are out exploring. There will be plenty of time for beaches because we are on a summer road trip, and we're starting here in North Carolina because we just spent a week visiting our son, who's a Marine, and his wife and his little daughter, and we had a great time with them. So that's why we are in North Carolina, and we are starting our adventure here in the southern Outer Banks. So this is called the Crystal Coast because of the crystal clear water. Well, unfortunately, it's very overcast today, so we're not seeing that pretty shiny water. But the beaches are nice, very soft beaches. We're walking barefoot. There are shells, but no rocks. And the waves are big. I mean, there's surfers out there. I saw paddle boarders, lots of kids just playing in the water, bodyboarding, all that. But
great opportunity for surfing if you like that, or boogie boarding. So if you're a water sports enthusiast, this could be a little bit more fun than that flat water, you know.
The sun is coming out.
Yeah.
Yay!
So they call this place, they pronounce it Bogue?
Bogue.
Bogue? We were thinking Bogue, and what that means is we found out from one of the locals.
Oh, yeah.
I just got just bought a fishing pole, by the way, and a saltwater setup, so I'm ready to go, geared up for doing some surf fishing. But what Bogue means is free wanderer or aimless. It's aimless wandering. So I'm like, well, shoot,
name.
I'm good at that, so we're in the right place for sure. But yeah, that's what that means, aimlessly wandering.
We hope you're enjoying this video. If you are, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos to come. And be sure and check out the surf shops on the island. You don't have to surf to come in here. They've got really great beach items, souvenirs, nice clothes, and some great shoes.
So there's two main things to do here on Emerald Isle. One, go to the beach, which we have done, and two, eat. There are lots of restaurants. So we showed you our lunch, but we are in one of the many shopping plazas around Emerald Isle, and there are two really good restaurants from what we've talked to some locals that you can eat here, and there's a general store, so we're gonna go check them out. The first one all the way at the end is the Fish Hut Grill, and several locals have told us we have to eat here. So fingers crossed, maybe we can get a bite to eat tonight right here, but it's all open air seating, so you've got the breeze coming off the ocean instead of air conditioning. Oh, also the Fish Hut Grill is all local seafood. Could you imagine? The food is caught right here on the coast and served in this restaurant. Okay, you will also find bait and tackle shops and beach supplies along this route. There are no chain restaurants on the island. They're all family owned. And here's another one on the same little road, and this is Flipper's Bar and Grill. Family Bar and Grill. And there's a general store. I love going in the old-timey general stores. Not sure what's in here, but let's go check it out. Well, bummer. They close at 2 p.m., so we just missed it. Okay, so Fish Hut Grill is all the way on one end, and the Thirsty Surfer is on the other. So we're gonna go in here, maybe have a beverage. I found my chair.
We're showing you this area during the day, but it really comes alive at night.
when you come to the area, you can find these maps everywhere. So it really shows you what all is included in the Crystal Coast. And on one side of the map shows Swansboro, which is on the mainland, all the way down the island that we're currently on, which is Emerald Isle, Indian Beach, all the way down to Atlantic Beach. So we're on the main road. There is literally one road that runs all the way down this island. And we're gonna go down a little bit further to Indian Beach. We saw a restaurant yesterday as we were driving around. Again, it was pouring down raining yesterday, so we just kind of did some recon, looked around, and see what everything was. Yeah, there's a restaurant on the Sound that we're probably going to stop at, and then head down to Atlantic Beach because we have not been there yet. But it's a beautiful drive, and you can really see when you go down this way that this whole area is about relaxation. So it's just houses and beaches and a few restaurants here and there, but just a really laid back vibe in this area.
So yeah, we were just chilling at the Thirsty Surfer and the Fish Hut, and which were both really cool places. So it's the same owners that own the Fish Hut own the Thirsty Surfer. They just bought the Thirsty Surfer back in December, I think it was. Yeah. So it's the same owners, pretty much the same menu, but two really great places to chill right here on Emerald Isle. If you both have live entertainment, and it's a great nighttime kind of nightlife atmosphere. So we enjoyed that place, but we're heading to Indian Beach. There's this one little place, like Elisa was saying. Do you remember the name of it?
I don't.
I don't know.
But when I see it.
We'll let you know. We were driving past it yesterday doing a little bit of recon. I was like, that's right on the Sound. We need to go there. So that's what we're doing on the way to Atlantic Beach. So
we are still in Emerald Isle. We are about to head down the island, but first we wanted to stop at the public beach. So there are a couple places where you can park and get beach access if you do not have one of these rentals. There are these rentals like you see behind me all up and down this beach. So if you get one of those, then you have beach access. We're at a campground, so we have beach access, but we're just out exploring. So over by the pier, you have beach access, or this is another public beach a little further down. So this one is $4 per hour to park. I'm not sure if there's an all-day price or not, but we're here late in the day, so we just paid $4 for an hour just to kind of check it out a little bit. Well, the sky looks very different than it did when we started filming around here. It was dark and overcast, and it did even rain on us a little bit. Now the sun is out, all the sky is pretty much clear except for the white fluffy clouds, and it is hot, especially on this sand on my feet. But I just love this because the beach literally extends the entire length of this island. So there's not like a heavy concentration of people. So all throughout the beach, there are people, but it's all spread out. So it's not like, I've been to some beaches where they're overly crowded. This is not. This is very nice. There are a lot of seashells on this beach. Pretty, like, these look like the ones that you buy in the gift shops, because so many times you come to the beach and all the shells are broken. These are not. These are beautiful shells.
okay, so we just entered into Indian Beach, and it looks exactly the same. Exactly the same style beach, but there are a few different restaurants and marinas and whatnot, shopping places. This is Salter Path Road. It's the main road that goes down through Emerald Isle, Indian Beach, all the way down to the end, Atlantic Beach.
So it was called Emerald Drive when we were in Emerald Isle, so the name of the road changed.
It's changed. Okay, it did change. It's the same road, though. It just the name changes. So we're on the lookout for the, I think this is it, the Crab Shack restaurant.
All right, we've got 4 little stops right over here. First, what we've got?
Homer's Point Marina and Pub.
Then the Crab Shack. Then
Willie's Seafood Market and
Anchor Pizzeria.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the seafood market first and check that out. Yeah, Anchor Pizzeria.
Ooh,
and Willis Seafood Market.
I know you like this place. Anchor's Pizzeria. I wonder if they have shrimp pizza. Because, you know, we're right here on the coast, right here on the ocean. We're right here on the Sound, I should say. They should. If they don't, they should have pizza. Ooh. Yeah, it's a fish market.
Oh my gosh, freshly caught seafood right here. What?
Smells like a fish market.
That's not the best smell, but
that
you
is
know.
Fresh fish. Looks like either flounder or halibut. One of the two right there. And some scallops. Good afternoon. We just...
Can we help you with anything?
No, just looking.
Just looking?
Yep.
Grouper. Scallops. Oh, look at those crab cakes. Those look good. Oh, look at that.
Cluster of snow crabs here, $20.95 a pound right here.
Oysters. And then, of course, all the fixings that you would go with your seafood. This is cool. So there's this little pathway right in between the fish market and Anchor Pizzeria. And I'll walk back here and there's this patio on the back of here. And I can see the marina and all of the like crab net. They're not nets, cages for fishing. So this is pretty cool. We just kind of stumbled upon this. Yeah, the Big Willis Seafood Market is what drew us in. We thought that was a restaurant when we passed it yesterday, but it's not. It's a seafood market, and then there are 2 restaurants and a pub.
Anchor's Draft House and Pizzeria. This is such a cool vibing place. They have so much like decor, like from my childhood, skateboards, guitars, Star Wars. Look at the tables. Jaws, a lot of movie memorabilia. You got Beetlejuice. You got Slimer from Ghostbusters. I mean, there's what's the guy from that's Mega Man? Mega Man, or is it Megamind?
Oh, Megamind.
There's Megamind over there. I just got lots of cool memorabilia around here. There's a Yoda right there. It's gonna seat you. Wait to be seated, you must. Skateboards, it's just super cool, man. Great place that they have some amazing looking pizzas. They were saying you guys got to stick around for the pizza. I'm not sure if we're going to or not, but they look absolutely incredible. So if you're a pizza person, definitely stop in at the Anchor Draft House here on Indian Beach.
This is actually Salter Path. We were thinking this was still Indian Beach, but all these little towns go by in the blink of an eye.
So just as soon as you think it's Indian Beach, it's not.
No, this is Salter Path.
We're just running through for the first time, but yeah, she's right.
So it is only about 4:30, so it's going to be a minute for this to open. So we are going to go down the road to, hold on, what's the next? Atlantic Beach. We're going to go down the road to Atlantic Beach because we've got a friend that grew up in this area, and she told us about a restaurant, and it will be open by the time we get there. So the next little town is Knoll Shores, and we came here yesterday because this is where the largest aquarium in North Carolina is. It's a really cool aquarium, and we spent a couple of hours just checking it out, looking at all the fish, and it was raining, so we didn't do the outside walking trails, but there are, some trails that go all around the marshes. We just walked outside for a minute, and there were some bald eagles outside, and so we got to look at those for a minute, and then the rain came back, but it's a really neat spot, especially if you have kids or it's a rainy day and you're looking for an indoor activity. I think this is the most interesting name for a restaurant I've ever seen or I've ever been to. This is Amos Mosquitoes. Yes, Mosquitoes. This place opens at 4:45. It is 5 o'clock on the dot and the parking lot is full. So this was a good recommendation. I think the food's gonna be good here. Let's go eat. It literally says Skeeters. Yeah, at 5 o'clock, it's already got a 20 to 30 minute wait. That's okay. We've got our pager. We're going to walk around outside, and they know that people are going to be waiting. So they have things to do out here. Some people playing cornhole. There's some like little walking paths, and we're out here just kind of standing over the marshes. Man, the weather definitely cleared up. It is a beautiful day today.
So pretty cool little surprise. We walk in and we see a big old picture. It says Triple D's was here. That's pretty neat. So this was one of the stops on Triple D's, Guy Fieri, which we're big fans of, and makes sense why the parking lot's full at 5 o'clock. As soon as we pull in, it's packed. Thanks for the recommendation, Kendra. Appreciate that. This is cool. You forgot to tell us that little tidbit. So that was a nice little surprise. So something tells me this is gonna be really good. And yeah, what a great view right here. Yeah, excited about this. While we wait, Let's play some cornhole. I'm gonna kick your butt.
I'm gonna lose. I know I'm gonna lose. It's okay. I can't shoot from back here.
Well, we need a warm-up set. Oh! Okay, I'm dialing it in a little.
Come closer.
I made
You
one!
actually made it. So I have created a kind of custom plate. So I wanted the crab cakes, and they have 2 different crab cakes on the menu. They have an appetizer and an entree. Well, the entree was a served over pasta, and she's like, yeah, a lot of people don't really like it over pasta. So you can pick any 2 sides you want. She listed off all these sides. So I got 2 crab cakes with cheesy grits and squash and zucchini. And then the crab cakes have this yummy looking sauce. Okay, first off, let's just try the crab cake by itself. Oh, it's falling apart. It's so good. That's a good crab cake, and it's got a little bit of spice to it, but it's gonna be even better. A little bit of sauce on it. Okay, cheesy grits. That's interesting. It's a very cheddary cheese grit, because we were kind of debating on the shrimp and grits, so this was kind of like a happy medium. All right, let's see what Jason got.
Okay, so I got the wahoo that's topped in a gumbo gravy with some risotto and cream spinach. I already know it's delicious because I've already tried it. Or the gumbo gravy that's on top is absolutely delicious, which really flavors the wahoo perfectly. I wish that the wahoo was a little bit more tender. It's a little bit overcooked for my liking. I feel like I would like that a little less cooked. But all in all, very solid meal. There's a little bit of spinach. That's good spinach. Really good.
Jason is building me a perfect bite of his.
So I feel like the second, I had 2 little fillets of the wahoo, and I feel like the second one's a little more tender. The risotto's good, and try the spinach. Look, spinach is real tasty.
That is really, really good. This is like the special of the day, and that gumbo flavor is amazing.
Spinach is good too. Believe it or not.
Mine is good. His is better.
Right, so all in all, the food was good. I think we were expecting to be blown away because this restaurant was featured on Triple D, or Guy Fieri came and visited it, put his stamp of approval on it. So maybe we had too high of expectations. I don't know, but it was good. I felt like the wahoo could have been cooked less. But, I mean, honestly, what saved that dish was that gumbo gravy. You can put gumbo gravy on anything, it's going to be good. I was telling Lisa, I said, you know what, they should have put the gumbo gravy on the crab cakes. It would have been hitting. But if that wahoo would have been a little less cooked, a little more flaky.
We weren't going to order dessert. And then they bring the dessert menu, and it says black bottom coconut pecan pie, gooey chocolate pie, baked with a pecan coconut topping, served warm with vanilla ice cream.
Well, can you even say no to that?
There's no way we could pass this up. So, but we only ordered 1 and 2 spoons, so I get first bite, and then Jason can try it.
Gotta get some ice cream. I love coconut. I love pecans. I love ooey gooey chocolate, and I love ice cream. So this cannot go bad.
That's amazing. Oh my God.
I love it when it's my turn.
Just the more you bite, the more you chew it.
I'm having a moment.
I totally understand
I'm
that.
gonna go on record and say that is probably one of my favorite desserts I believe I've ever had.
It's really that good. We're not kidding. Well, of course, we had to walk down to the beach after dinner. What's really cool is after 5 p.m. parking is free, and it's about 7 o'clock now, so we didn't have to pay to park, and we stopped and got us a coffee because after that heavy meal we were just like, sleep, okay, we need some caffeine. So we both got us a coffee. We're gonna take a nice little walk on the beach. I can tell you that we're on the same island, okay? Emerald Isle is on one end of the island, Atlantic Beach is on the other. It's got a very different vibe on this side. Now it's evening, so most of the beachgoers are gone for the day, so the beach is not busy, but there's sand dunes down here. So we've got big sand dunes, there's volleyball nets set up. The waves are crashing in. Man, this has been a great day. And we're really, really enjoying our time here. Did I mention how nice the sand is? Like, very good, soft sand. So a couple of observations. One, the shells are different. So on Emerald Isle, I was finding a lot of whole shells, like new shells. And down here, there's a lot of pieces of shells, and there's a ton of these, which are bigger shells that have been like through the surf many, many times, and they've been broken and they've been smoothed out. So that's really cool. And I've gotten some, they're really, really pretty. They're like flat rocks now. I like that. And the sand is different. So the sand feels like powder, but it's like a mixture of white sand and black sand. So if I look down at my feet right now, it's like my toes are black and then my feet are white, which is weird, but it's a super fine powder, which is sticking to my feet, which are not even wet.
So Atlantic Beach is a lot wider. This is a wide section of the beach over here. Got a little bar and grill right over here. And on the other side of the condos is the donut and coffee shop. There's a couple of restaurants, and heard some live music playing at one of the little bars over here. So there's some little things to do right here on the beach. So that's cool. We haven't really explored that yet, but very nice.
Well, good morning. We had a very busy day. Got back to our campsite and it was pitch dark because it's about 35-minute drive from Atlantic Beach all the way to the other end where our campground is on Emerald Isle. So real quick, there are lots of places you can stay on this island. Most of them are houses, condos, hotels. Actually, not that many hotels. It's mostly houses and condos, but there's a couple of campgrounds, and we are at Emerald Isle RV Resort, which is all the way down, like literally you come over the bridge onto Emerald Isle, take a right, and there it is. So it's very conveniently located. It's a huge RV resort. And I'll say about 60% of the sites are permanent residents, but they're well-maintained permanent residents, if you know what I mean. You've been to some campgrounds, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But look at this. Literally, there's the ocean from our campsite. So we walked just right down through the campground, crossed over the sand dunes, and here we are. See the campground on this side. Walk up here and down to the beach and the Atlantic Ocean. We are still on the Crystal Coast of North Carolina, and today we are in Beaufort, North Carolina. This is known as America's favorite small town. I can see it is a coastal town. It is a boating community. Let's go check it out. Well, definitely one of the things here in Beaufort is the boating culture. There is a huge marina here. There are boats coming and going. They'll, dock here at the marina, come in, go to the restaurants, go back out. We can see Carrot Island is right across the way, and people are taking their boats and beaching up for the day. Very, very active waterfront right here. Right here along the waterfront too, there are a lot of boat tours, ferry tours, or just ferries that'll take you over to the islands. Because in this area, it's the Cape Lookout National Seashore. So there's tours that'll take you to see the lighthouse. There are wild horses on the island across the way. It's also a pirate cruise. I haven't learned all the history yet, but there's a lot of Blackbeard history here. Well, since we arrived in Beaufort at lunchtime, our first stop is lunch, of course. And oh my gosh, look at this delicious looking mahi burger. Mahi sandwich with some fries, big old piece of grilled fish. I'm gonna cut this sucker in half so Jason can have some of it, and then he has some really good looking jerk wings.
Okay, so I already snuck in a bite of these Caribbean jerk wings. They're absolutely delicious. I mean, look at these things, beautifully cooked. They're so delicious, juicy, big fat jumbo wings, topped off with a little bit of green onions. They're juicy and delicious. This view is absolutely amazing, especially for summertime road trip like what we're on. But yeah,
Did you say where we're at?
we are at the Front Street Grill right here on Front Street, right on the water. And this place has got, I think, 4.5 or 4.6 stars. It comes highly rated, so we chose this place. I'm glad we did because it's absolutely a beautiful little restaurant right here on the water with great views, and the food is good so far. So let's eat.
Look at that. Grilled fish. So this mahi burger is the special of the day. That fish is so flaky that it literally just kind of falls apart. It's really good, and that it's got like a burger sauce on the bottom of it. Delicious. Well, we started out in the historic Waterfront district, but right here is just a very historical area. There's houses that date back to 1778, maybe older than that, but that's the oldest that we saw. And then we're here at the old burying ground. This graveyard dates back to 1731. So we're going to walk through and see what the oldest grave we can find is. I love seeing these older cemeteries all over the country because it's interesting seeing, you know, what a cemetery looks like in this part of the country versus that part of the country with the old graves. And sometimes you can't even read the names and dates anymore because the weather has worn the stones down. I can make out first name Mary and Benjamin. That's really all I can make out anymore. In memoriam, I think, at the top. Especially these flat ones are not holding up well. This white marble-ish stone seems to hold up the best. Look at that name. Keturah King, who departed this life on the 5th day of July, 1860. Emily Bowman, she is not dead, but sleepeth. Yeah, some are just markers now. There's no names or dates, and they're broken. But you know, there's a grave there.
A lot of good shade in here too. It's neat walking through here because it's all these old live oak trees just throwing a canopy of shade over the burial grounds here. Man, these are old and just decrepit, and I've never seen anything like this before. But it also reminds me, I used to have a live oak tree in my front yard. Oh my God, I hated raking these leaves because these leaves right here are like the size leaves that just go right through your rake.
Yeah.
Like that. So you're like, you gotta rake like 4 times to really grab them up and rake them up. Anyway, I don't miss that.
I'm seeing several of these stones that have fallen over and have broken and been put back together. That one's very crooked. I'm seeing a lot of last name Bell in here. There's a Bell, there's a Bell, and I've seen several others. See the numbers that you'll see set next to some of the graves? There is an audio tour you can do, and that's what those markers are.
This is like the most Halloween-esque, like pet cemetery graveyard I've ever seen.
I did read in Things to Do in Beaufort that there's supposed to be a really good ghost tour in this city, and now I can see why. I'm sure a lot of it is done right here in this cemetery. Whoops, I misspoke. This is a graveyard. How you know the difference is if there is a church attached to the burying ground, it's a graveyard. If there is no church, it's a cemetery. We learned that in Salem, Massachusetts. And if you like the history, right around the corner is this street full of old preserved buildings. This one is from 1831. I love that the dates are on them. This is the oldest we have seen from 1778. So this house is almost as old as the United States. I hope you've enjoyed this video of us on the Crystal Coast. This is just scratching the surface. You could really spend days or a whole week here and have plenty to do between Emerald Isle all the way down to Atlantic Beach. Plus, there's a couple of spots on the mainland that you can go to too. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye.